G'day everyone, welcome back. We didn't end up getting into Mum's Mid yesterday or last night, and we had a heavy dew last night, so it's going to be a late start today. So you guys know the drill by now. I'm waiting for Buff. Buff is not too far off. The X9 is done. It is going off to go start its demo run around here. So it's we need to blow that down, fuel it up, drop the front, and then our header, I got a text at 20 to 10 last night. The texts are all going home. There's just a few things to put back on, and then I would assume we would see our header out here by about 11 o'clock, maybe 11 to 12, something like that, which is just awesome. But you can see George's header isn't here. So George, on his last pass, or last two passes, was down to 3Ks. It came in really cold, and I guess it would have been good to have that thing going and just see, but we didn't, because there's only the one pass to go down. And yeah, George was down really low in speed, just couldn't thresh it. So he ended up just finishing the run and transporting out to where we put his ute, and then went home. So we've got, obviously, Mum's Mid to start today. We've got to move our bins. Actually, we'll see. Mum's Mid is two pieces. So there's a piece out the back and a piece out the front. And the piece out the back, it might be better just to leave the bins here because it's easier. It's a lot of transporting no matter what we do, and we can't get away from it because we don't have a track going out the back. In the future, maybe we will. But yeah, anyway, so we need to move that bag. Now it's a 100-meter bag that we're gonna have to cut, and we'll just reuse it and have a little tic-tac somewhere, but yeah, that's all right. We will obviously get going as soon as it gets to 14.5, just so we are moving. We are getting grain off, and like I said, we'll just dry it. Wheat takes so long to come down in moisture. Because of how long I think it's gonna take for this moisture to get to deliverable, I reckon it might make sense to move the bins today. We'll leave, what I reckon I might do is I might leave that bag. We'll start up there, and the boys will just come straight along the tram line there, and then unload into that bag to get that bag full, and then we might move the bag. I don't know where we'll move the bag to, but yeah, we'll move the bag over so it's a lot closer to the boys. But yeah, I think I will move because we will get most of these bins empty with Buff, so we'll yeah, we'll definitely move the bins now so that they're moved in place. Rightio, time to drop this front. Now, I'll just call them before I do that, because obviously this isn't our front and I don't know what needs to be done, because obviously we've got a flex front, which is a rigid, it's all rigid, whereas this has got the hinge feature. You know, the wheels I'm assuming need to be sucked up. Now I did see that Jake did something with this when he got it off the trailer. But yeah, anyway, we want to make sure we give this thing a good blowdown, because you know, as it's a demo going to other people's places, you don't want weed seeds going between farms. It did come to us with a little bit on the top there, but yeah, we'll try and give this a decent blowdown, as we've used it quite a lot. So to do a decent blowdown, we want to make sure that we drop the front, because then you can get to it a lot easier and blow it all out. So I'll jump up, maybe I'll give Jake a call. It is a little bit early. It's 20 to 7. Will he be awake? Oh, he'll be awake, but will he accept my phone call? That's the question. Well, just in where you got your bin lid fold out thingy for us, in here you've obviously got everything else. You've got your bin lid, you've got the tippy spout, and you've got the auger. You've also got a in transport mode, which, well, I don't think I need to call Jake anymore, because you hold that down and everything just folds all your reel in and down, and it brings all your wheels up. So pretty sure that's now put it all into transport mode and made it rigid, so I should be able to drop it and should be fine. Now let us fold the auger. Right, we got it all dropped down. Basically, when we put it in onto the cradle, I was a bit worried that I wasn't gonna, you know, the sides weren't going into their section. But all we had to do is just drop it, and then we flip it over into transport mode on there, and it droops the sides. That's all the hydraulics droop. Anyway, what we're going to do now, while we're waiting for the boys to come down and service this gear, Henry would come down, blow this out. Sean and I are just going to empty PS3 and PS4, chuck that in the 100 tonner. Just gives me a bit better idea of what grain I've got on hand here to then, you know, say to Buff, yeah, I've definitely got another load for you, or no, I don't. So we will we'll get this shifted over, because PS3 has only got, I'm going to say 4 tonne in it. PS4 I think is about half full, so there'll be about 20 tonne in there. So if we just chuck that into the 100 tonner, just makes it a hell of a lot easier for me trying to decide with Buff. I think we are going to only, well, we'll be left with probably a PS full up here until we can obviously get going. But I mean, look at that weather there. It's just, it's not harvest weather. It's just not harvest weather. Well, our moisture somehow is 14, hang on, I'll stop yelling at you, is 14.3. So what we're going to do is get rolling. So like I said, we're going to open up Mum's Mid over there, transport all the way back here and fill this bag, save us cutting it. We've got 2 chasers running, so we can do that. We've only got 1 header until I think about 3 o'clock. I just had a phone call whilst we were doing all this grain shifting. And yeah, they've still got a little bit to do to it, which is you know, which is all good. I'm now very grateful that AFCRI pushed me to take the X9. You know, we got an extra, I think we only did about 10 hours or 11 hours on it, but we got an extra 11 hours of harvest with that machine. Man, this paddock's done, we're shifting. Yeah, no, very grateful. So we will, what will we do? Oh, we got Buff coming back. So Henry's over here busy blowing this thing down. It's getting the best blowdown of its life, which is how they should come to you. You know, every demo machine should come to your farm with absolutely nothing on it. And Henry's definitely guaranteeing that. So yeah, we got Buff to load. There'll be another 2 loads here for Buff, so this one and the next one. And then after that, we'll see what our moisture's at. Hopefully it's dry enough, but I just didn't see that happening with what we got. Buff is rolling out as we speak. Worked out perfectly. The whole 860 done. Nothing left in it, which was, I was worried we we're going to end up with like a ton left in it, but we didn't. So we now have got PS2 full. So there's about 40, well, I'd maybe call about 36, 38 tons, something like that in there. Which means we can move all this gear up. So I need to talk to Isaac, see how many folds I got left down on that bag down there, because I need to organise George to cut up there, and it's going to be a pain. It's going to be slow. The chasers are going to have to transport about 5 k's just to get back to here. I need to make sure that we've got that area cut up the top. Maybe I need to show you on the map. I'll show you on the map. So George is currently here. Our bins are currently there. So the boys are only transporting this little bit here. Now our next bin site is just up the top there. Now, the way that we will typically do this paddock is the chasers transport from here, up along this track and to there. So what I need to do is I need George to get up here to cut this out for the truck and for me to bring fill bins in, and then we need this part here clear so we can lay a bag down. Now I need to time this so that when that bag is going to be empty, George has already cut that out up there so we can just transport and go straight up, or our moisture's good and we can just go into the bins that I've dropped up there. But the moisture isn't good. The last one I did was 14.2. So you know what? I'm gonna go grab a sample up, whoever that was that just rocked up. We'll go and see what it is. Well, might have stuffed up here because there was only 8 folds left in that bag. That moisture was 13.9, so we are getting drier. We'll just do another bag over there because, you know, we're just ticking along, but at 13.9 we'll start to get deliverable quite shortly, and I don't want to have a very small tic tac bag just sitting there. So now I've got George trying to get around to the top here so we can cut out a spot, put a bag down, and Isaac and I are just moving the ute with the bag, and then we'll go and grab the bagger and bring that up here, and yeah, hopefully we can make it all work. Rightio, so we're up here now. We've cut this section out here for the bag. We did have a chaser bogged just there. That's where Chris got bogged. In fact, the header nearly got bogged too, but the chaser was full, so we've got a mess over there at the moment. George is going to cut out here so that we can get our bag and stuff done nicely, our bins over there nicely. I'll do a sample and we'll see how far off we are from being able to go into bins. It's now 11:30, so yeah, there's a chance that we'll be able to just go straight into a bin now. Moisture is now 13.4, so the boys are finally going into the bin. Buff is just leaving town and coming out. We will have enough grain because we've also got this 40 tonne that is in the PS here that hasn't been used. And I'm currently following Henry's header. I just had to duck home, drop some zip ties off to the electrician who's getting the shed all wired up for the horse shed at home. So yeah, now I'm just following Henry's header. So Henry will be operational very shortly, which will be fantastic. Right, so we've got Henry's header ready to roll. We just need to do one spot of grease on a bearing, well, on a pulley, sorry. And then he's ready to go out and join George out there, which would be good. So there's a grease nipple just there.
Got it?
Yep, just there, you'll be able to get that. So had to spin it all around to get to it. Give it a quick grease because everything up there is brand new. Obviously the pulleys aren't, but the shaft going through, everything in there internally is brand spankers, and the guys obviously had a lot to do and they just forgot to do that one grease nipple. So we're just going to quickly grease that, and then yeah, Henry will be out there. Now obviously people want to hear the review of the big one.
Bloody good. Yeah, no, it's doing laps around the 790s quite comfortably. I wasn't pushing it when unloading, and I was still overtaking George while unloading. So
yeah, you got horsepower to burn.
And when it got dark and got cold and chewy, at the very end I had to slow down. I think I was slowed down to about 8, between 7 and 8. And George was going like 3 or 4 Ks.
Yeah, so just still a massive difference though. That's when you want to know the difference is come night time or when it's cold. You can know that the big one can still go and be efficient, whereas our ones, you sort of pull them up. Well, we did. George pulled up. He didn't come in here and open this paddock up.
Yeah, and unfortunately,
oh, it's got an spin.
We didn't get the satellite image didn't populate in time, so we didn't get to have a go with the cameras. But
yep, it's in.
Even without the cameras, the auto speed was
yeah, so it's
really
just a little bit
in the cab.
Reactive, you know, when you came into things. Instead, with the predictive yield, to be proactive and he'd speed him up and down accordingly.
Yeah, the big thing was like going into thick patches, it'd go in and better slow down now.
Yeah.
Whereas with the cameras and the satellite, it'll see that and say, oh, I gotta slow down.
Slow down. Yeah.
But nothing to be like it loaded up and still had plenty of power to power through. I didn't have to touch it or anything.
2 rotors.
2 rotors, exactly, and lots of power.
Lots of power. No, oh well, I know you're itching to get out there, so get on out there and get some hectares done. So moving forward, just regardless of what header we get, I think what I will do is not go forward with the seed terminators. I believe that's where most of these issues are coming from. So the last couple of years, we always do that 4-rib belt that's on the side there that Henry is spinning around. So we're always changing that belt because the terminators take so much torque and load to start up, and there's just a lot of power going to those terminators, as there needs to be. There's a fair bit of vibration that comes from them. Now, I love terminators. Seed terminators have been ideal, and you need to be proactive on your weed control somehow. And having a mechanical kill on your weed control is it's a very smart way to go about it. You know, you're not relying on chemical all the time. but it's putting too much load on my headers and causing me too many dramas. I reckon that with George's machine, back when it broke on Dad, and then Isaac, that what was it called, the jack shaft, I believe is from the Terminators. You know, it's just too much load going through it all. This here, I also believe is from the Terminators, just too much load and shake and torque. So going forward on my headers, I think I'm going to have to unfortunately say goodbye to Terminators. Now there is something like the Redicop, which is a John Deere integrated brand, but Redicop is nowhere near as good as what C Terminators are, so there's not really any point doing a Redicop compared to Terminator. But yeah, anyway, it's something to look forward, something to look at in the future. We're not going to upgrade these headers for another, well, they'll definitely do another season on this farm, and maybe even another one after that, you never know. But yeah, that's where my head's at moving forward with something like that. The X9 has literally just gone out the gate and it's off for its demo run. So it's actually going to a mate of mine, and he's gonna, who is a case and class at the moment. So Jake's keen to see if he can get him over to John Deere. Anyway, we have got an issue with Izzy. Izzy was starting this morning, and well, yeah, Isaac started it this morning because I said, oh yeah, build the air up so we can move them all today. And yeah, now we're not getting a single thing at all. So I don't know what's going on. Either the isolator might be buggered, or yeah, or yeah, I might start with just cleaning up the terminals on the other side. Just tried to start it after giving it a bit of a clean, and we've got life, but it's not firing, but in fact it's just fizzing. Is that a word for a battery? And I think I know what it is. So if you have a look at this one here, which you guys probably can't see, oh, it's red hot. It's hot. That terminal, might have to see if I can pull it up a bit further. So what's happened in the past is it's sort of melted itself away. It becomes like a lump in there. So if I can pull more out and then skin it back and put it back in, that's going to be my better option, because that is what is going on. So you can see how welded that all is. That's what's our issue. Is I don't know if it was a dicky terminal at one point, enabling it to move up and down, which then meant that it could spark a little bit, and then eventually it just does that, and then you end up with a bad connection on your terminal. So I don't know what I'm going to do, because I haven't got enough room for that to well, one, actually to cut it, but two, to pull more cord up like I was hoping. I'll get back to you on what I do. So what I'm going to do is going to replace this whole terminal. It's pretty buggered on the inside there, as you guys can probably see. Plus the bolt is also it's screwed the bolt. So I'm hoping that I've got the right fitting here, and we can just continue on. I'm not going to do, as long as that's a positive lead. Yep. So I'm going to replace it with a brand new one, which I'll be able to get nice and tight, and hopefully we can just keep limping this through. Good old buddy Izzy. It is the advantage of having two fire trucks, as if one goes down like this one's down at the moment, we've still got that other one operational. Right. Easy as that. So we just loaded Buff. We got rid of the silo that was up there, and he's now gone to Cascade, and we'll be back. It's 3:30 now, so I don't think we'll do another one to Cascade. I don't think we'll, no, we definitely won't. definitely won't. So he'll go cascade with this one, and then on his next one we'll go to town on that, and then we'll fill storage up there. We've still got the VBs to move, we just haven't moved them. I don't like moving them, they're horrible bins. Anyway, George has got his engine air filter warning come on, so I'm just going to head out and blow it out with the air compressor on my ute, because it's much easier to do that than what it is to go and grab the service trailer and do all that. Very handy having a decent air compressor on the back of your ute, let me tell you. The amount of times we've used this today. Well, used this during this season, but even today, we had when the truck rocked up with the header, they had a doughy tyre, so we pumped them up.
Hey, how's the header assistant going? Has he hit any rocks? Yep, okay. Oh, money, 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 money.
How bad is it?
Bad.
Bad?
It's real bad. Go on. Cheers.
Yeah, she's pretty caked in there.
Well, as he was blowing it out, I thought, oh, you know what? I think we might actually run out of fuel on this thing, and we have. So now I need to go and fuel that up and be back. Or I'll take this, I don't know. I'll be back. I'll go fill it up.
Yeah, do that.
Gives a chance for Money to have a little
Yeah.
run around,
It's
a wee.
here soon, so
Hey,
I said Sasha will be here soon to pick him up.
is she gonna walk through the bush?
She's too scared to walk through the bush, so she's walking around the bush.
The house
yeah.
is literally just there.
Yeah, I told her that, but
Too scary.
yeah.
I'll go get some fuel. I'm just doing the dinner run at the moment. I've only got one dinner left, and that's Isaac's, which he's knocked off because there's nothing for him to do at the moment. Boys will just keep going. They'll probably finish this back piece here, which is 40 hectares. Now, that doesn't sound like a lot, but it is going, I think this is going high 4s. We've got a lot of frost in areas, and it is 6 o'clock now, so it's 3 hours to do it, and it's coming in cold. So I think they'll probably just get to finishing it, and that'll be, their time done anyway. I need to go up to the augers there. Buff's been loaded and gone, but he hit the auger with his what's it called? His auger with his exhaust stack. It's happened before. The auger droops. Now I wouldn't have thought it would have drooped that quick, but I wasn't the one who put the auger in, and I wasn't there, so I don't know what height it was at. But yeah, Brian's just asked if we can remove that auger from circulation. So what I'll do is I'll go and see which auger it is, and then if it is the actual droopy auger, then yeah, we'll probably just pull it out just to stop risking that from damaging any more gear, because it's the last thing we want, and we are coping with the augers we've got. So yeah, anyway, the day has been good. It's good to have Henry's header back, have them both operating together, smashing hectares. It's good. It's good. Hopefully it stays that way. We've only got, I think from now, probably about 800 hectares to go. So hopefully it stays like that, and we can finish harvest off with a nice cruisy finish. So fingers crossed for that. So thank you for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.